Hi guys, this is Pea Soups, and welcome to another episode of Happy Little Saplings. Today, as always, we have a lot of things planned. As you can see right here, I have been hard at work in the garden, breeding new crops, improving existing ones. We've got gold, we've got redstone. So that's been the last couple of episodes. He is running low. We can take care of that eventually. Right now, though, our priority is this mess. We're kind of hurting for space. I've already taken care of some iron nuggets in experimentation. But what we're going to be using to sort this issue out is the machine inventory manager from Steve's Factory Manager. Now this is, I feel like it's somewhat overlooked. So I think it's good to introduce folks to it. And we will put, I guess we can put our manager right there. And this is inventory cable. Let's just go through. These are actually fairly cheap. So the inventory manager itself is just a few iron and a piston. And the inventory cable is a few gold and a couple of iron for each, for 8 pieces of cable. And what the cable does is, let's get rid of you. If we look in here, let's create a new program, and we'll create an input, and we'll link the trigger. So triggers essentially just mean, hey, this is the beginning of a program. The interval is how often that will run. So we want this running every second. Can probably change that to every 3 seconds without too much of an issue. So right here we can see inventory is all found 1. Now the reason it can find that 1 is because it's linked through those cables that we put down, and it's attached to this one right here. If I were to break this block right here and put an inventory cable, right there, when we look at that input, we'll see that we have both of them are visible now. So this inventory cable allows us access to the inventories that it's connected to. And for now, we can probably hook this guy up as well, so that we have access to that full chest. So the input of this is going to be the items that we want to consolidate and take out of here. So in that case, what we're going to do is we'll go to inventories, and these are going to be our input inventories because it's the items in this chest. And you can see the exclamation mark here. The white list is empty, so that means that since it's set to whitelist and there's nothing in here, it's not actually going to operate on anything. So what we'll do is we'll choose a blacklist instead. So that means operate on everything that we don't specify, and we just won't specify anything. So that takes care of that little issue right there. Now we can select an auto crafter. So auto crafter does exactly what it sounds like. It will craft items for us. Now this is fantastic considering our outlay of a few gold and a few iron, and we have auto crafting built into this, as well as the moving inventories around, moving items around, and auto crafting. This is some pretty serious stuff that this mod can do, like right off the bat, pretty cheaply. So for crafting, what we're looking for is a way to consolidate these. Now, the easiest way is the gold nuggets, as changing those to a gold block, for instance, or a gold ingot, maybe. So what we'll do there is we'll go to the crafting tab, and we'll go gold nugget. Okay, so that's selected there, and just like the recipe for an actual gold ingot, we can go ahead and select all of those, and it shows that the output will be a gold ingot right there. So, priority, craft before moving, that's fine. Excess inventories, we don't have to worry about that too much, but for now we will go ahead and select the gold chest. And then we'll add an output with this button right here, and we'll take the output of the crafter module to the input of the output, if that makes any sense, and we'll use the gold chest as our output inventory. So now we know every 3 seconds, take items from these chests, craft them in this pattern into a gold ingot, and output them to the gold chest. And that's probably already been happening. Let's take a look. Okay, yeah, so we can see right here that any of the gold ingots in here have been moved over to here and crafted into ingots already. So that's great. That is great. What you will notice though is it's already moved over the other stuff because we didn't blacklist it. That's not a big deal for us, because what we can do is we can actually select the output as an input as well, and that way it will actually run those operations on that as well. So now we can do the same thing. We can add, it's a little bit strange in how it adds boxes here sometimes, but not too bad. Unfortunately, this keeps adding over here. So what we're going to do is create another program. Oh, that's right, we need a flow control for that, I believe. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that bit. And we can do a split. And we just need to move things around a little bit. Oops. And we should be fine. So we're going to go ahead and do that again. We'll select even the output as an input there. So he's fine. Crafter, crafting, and this time we'll do the copper nuggets. And I think this should operate just fine, even if we don't select the exact correct copper nugget for now. So we got our crafter set up and our output inventory selected. And we just link all of these together. And you go to you go to you. I was hoping there was another thing there. Okay, so we got exclamation marks here. The white list is empty. So once again, we'll select blacklist. And crafter, excess inventory, will take care of that. And did we get the trigger selected to the flow? Okay, yes. Alright, you can see right there that it's taken all of those copper ingots that were already in here and gone ahead and consolidated them down into copper ingots. So we're going to do the same things once again for the iron, lapis, and redstone. We'll consolidate all of those. Actually, you know what? I might leave the redstone, but definitely the iron. Definitely the iron. So, one more time, we create an input, we create a crafter, and we create an output. And we link that up to the trigger and the crafter and the output. Input all of our inventories, just in case there's stuff already in there. Don't need to worry about target, blacklist, crafting, using iron nuggets. And that makes the iron ingot. Select our excess inventory and output to the gold chest. And yeah, I believe that should be it for those guys. And yep, we had a few stacks of ingots in there, and that's now taken care of that. And you know what? I am going to go ahead and consolidate the redstone and the lapis, just because we do have space for it in this program. So let's create those really quickly, just to get you used to the process anyhow. And once one of these fills up, we can actually put another inventory manager and use the same cables. So we need our outputs, and this is just a little bit of what is possible with Steve's inventory manager. I am going to be using this in other places, one of them being our setup over here, because that would actually allow us to hide the item transfer and not have those unsightly pipes hanging around up top. So we have our input, crafter, output, and the same again over here, input, crafter, output. And we all know the drill by now. Nope. Blacklist, excess inventory, and set up the crafting. So lapis, there we go. We get the lapis block out of that, and our output inventory. And one more time. Input these guys. Blacklist, operate on everything. Crafting is going to be redstone. Let's do that. Oh, interesting. It's not showing us redstone. I wonder if we can maybe do this one with the output. Let's get rid of that excess inventory. No. Let's see what I'm missing here. Yep, it is just redstone. Oh, oh. Glad that wasn't a creeper that decided to spawn. So inventories are correct. Crafting. And yep, maybe we just need to scroll through on this one, which is unusual. I've never had to do this before. Usually it's in that first block of results. Oh, saw it. There we go. It took us a moment, but we got there eventually. And that crafts the block of redstone. And output inventory selected. And look at that. Everything is now being consolidated down. So what we can actually do is, since this guy really doesn't need to be this big anymore, let's go ahead and I'm not sure why I did that. That's fine though. Let's just knock that guy out so that we can keep them separated like that. Pop you down. Fill that in around there. And as my father would say, jobs are good. So now that's going to output, and the factory manager under here is going to pull that out periodically, and we have a wonderfully sorted set of items over here. Okay, we're good to go. We are good to go. So now we don't have to check this every time. We don't have to manually put our nuggets all together. That is all taken care of for us. So that is wonderful. And let's see how this is doing, because we are going to, oh my goodness. We have a bunch of baked potatoes that we can make use of. Now I haven't done anything regarding this output yet for a reason. And that is, I actually want to use the pneumaticraft drones to transport a number of the items around, because that just sounds like fun, having drones kind of buzzing around taking baked potatoes to their various endpoints. How is he doing on mana? That's fine. Okay. Hey guys, it's Pea Soups here from the future. I was just editing this episode, and yeah, I noticed that it's an hour long, and we do have two distinct projects in here. One, we did just get done with automating the output from the farms, and the next project is going to be actually creating the hooch production facility, the firewater production facility eventually. But I did want to split this episode up because it was getting a little too long. So yeah, next episode, get ready for hooch production. Thanks, and we'll see you soon.